Hey guys, welcome to my Final Destination Bloodlines movie review, which I will be keeping spoiler free. So let's review the movie and rate it using my super sophisticated 5-star rating system. I know, it's freaking impressive. And yeah, this is the sixth film in the franchise. And I have to say, I was actually optimistic about this one because whenever these horror franchises, the ones that keep popping them out and popping them out and popping them out, like all these sequels, suddenly decide to take a little break. Usually when they come back with a new one, it's made with like a little bit more love, a little bit more quality, and it's like, oh, you're kind of back to being like, it's special. And for you Final Destination fans, I'm happy to tell you, with Final Destination Bloodlines, yeah, what I expected, yeah, this is good. I mean, it's not going to win any Oscars, but yeah. And just so you know, I find these movies to be guilty pleasures. I love horror, but to me, Final Destination is kind of like in the same category as like a Saw or Hostel kind of franchise. Even though I will say the Final Destination films to me are more creative than the other two franchises. Still, Final Destination films do have kind of their formula and their storyline. They're like their story structure, which are all pretty much rinse and repeat. But not here. Final Destination Bloodlines actually tries to do something a little bit different by changing things up a little bit, and it's good. Yeah, this doesn't really feel too much like, oh, let's just do another one. No, there's some differences here, at least enough to kind of like mix up the formula, and I appreciated watching this. But there is still some formula here. You have that big horrible accident that starts the whole storyline. It's in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. But without going into detail, the horrible accident in Bloodlines just feels different. It doesn't just look great, but all the little things that happen, there was some thought put into this. And it does have, it's just normal anticipation of something bad's about to happen and you get all tense and you're at the edge of your seat kind of thing. But here it just feels a little bit more, like there was a little more love put into it as a filmmaker. So that's awesome. Also, there's a nice amount of time to really take to develop these characters. So you kind of care about them at least, because you can tell the film is really trying to have some heart. And listen, I'm not saying there's like fantastic character development or anything. This isn't The Godfather, but you do care. Even though I never bought that these people were actually related or a family, but it's not just the normal characters we see in every single one of these movies. The nerd, the jock, the main guy, the a-hole, the stoner, etc. Did I just describe freaking Breakfast Club? Dude, did every horror movie I've ever seen actually take from Breakfast Club? I need a sec. Huh. But yeah, here it's not just like rinse and repeat. We aren't just waiting to see who's the next person that's gonna, get it. I mean, that's there too, but the first act really just has this like mystery going on that I actually found really interesting. Good job, part 6 of a franchise. That's freaking impressive. And again, Final Destination Bloodlines is not some like deep character study or anything, but it did do enough for me to actually care and not want certain things to happen to certain people. So yeah, as far as the scenes that fans come to see in these types of movies, in the Final Destination movies, some of them are not as gory as you might be used to from seeing in other films in this franchise, but you feel them because you actually do care a little bit about these characters. Also, without going into detail, Final Destination Bloodlines actually ties the franchise together in a kind of full circle kind of way that I won't get into, but it's very cool the way they do it, and it feels like natural and not like forced, even to the point where I almost want to revisit some of the earlier films again. Like, why not? Good job movie. And you can't say Final Destination without Tony Todd, who recently passed, unfortunately. Dude, what they did here with him is beautiful and touching, and I won't say anything, but it was cool, dude. Like, you felt it, man. Thank you for everything, Tony Todd. As for negatives, again, no spoilers, but this movie spent so much time trying to be a little bit more and a little bit different that at the very end, it felt a little bit like this movie just kind of went back to the basic formula again. And it's just like, yep, Final Destination movie, which is what we should all expect from this film. It's Final Destination. But when you see the movie put so much effort into trying to be a little bit different, it was just, yeah, it was, sure. I don't think fans will really care. Maybe I'm just being whatever. Still, for fans of this franchise, Final Destination Bloodlines is exactly what you want. And maybe even a little bit more. Guys, what did you think of Final Destination Bloodlines? Let me know in the comments. Also, I'm finally focusing on my channel aggressively. I've never done that before, and I'm trying to do 25 new reviews by July 15th. This is 5 now, so I got 20 more to go. I would love you to be on this journey, so please like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications and all that other crap. And yeah, thanks for watching.